For that game, Coach Knight will be back for the third place game on ESPNU tomorrow night at 7:45 Eastern. Florida against the loser of this game. You watched a lot of the Syracuse-Florida game. What were your impressions?
Well, I think they were two teams that probably, in my opinion, played a little bit too much zone against each other. And I would not look for Florida to play as much zone tomorrow night as they did, nor would I look for Syracuse to play that much zone. You know, let me get to Brockman for just a second, because watching the kid, the shots taken, Brockman goes to the board. And I had two kids on a great team, Tom Abernathy and Scott May, neither of which was a very good jumper. I'm not sure either one could dunk the ball, but they were great offensive rebounders simply because the ball shot and they went after it. And that's what Brockman does.
Averaging about 11 rebounds per game. He has led the Pac-10 in rebounding each of the last two seasons. Comes up with a steal. Nice look ahead to Isaiah Thomas. And they're going to count the bucket, or will they? Count the bucket.
Ooh, I'm not sure about counting that bucket.
Well, either way, it has electrified the pro-Kansas crowd. Let's take a couple of looks. Isaiah Thomas just 5'8", going up, caught by Tyshawn Taylor. A for effort. Count the bucket. Back here in Kansas City, it's Kansas by 4, and I misinterpreted the ruling of the official. They did not count the bucket. I misconstrued one of the hand signals. This is a clean block for Tyshawn Taylor, Coach.
And we just saw Brockman in perfect position on the defense, and the pass was an untimely pass to begin with, but Taylor just made a great move coming down and blocking the shot. As long as the ball is on the upward flight and it has not touched the glass, it's a good block, and Taylor got it before it came down. So
a spectacular play by Tyshawn Taylor. It remains 26-22. Kansas comes out of the timeout in the zone again.
With the problems that Washington has had in its early games with the three-point shot, they've got to make sure that they just don't let Brockman go crazy inside. Now he's in position again. He has pretty good defense there.
Got to get a shot off quickly, but we got a 3-second call going against the Huskies. So this zone has really stymied them. Let's check in with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, the familiar ring to Isaiah Thomas's name, in fact, comes from his father, James, who grew up a Laker fan, believe it or not, was watching the 88-89 Lakers try to defend their title. Isaiah Thomas tore him up. He made a bet that if the Lakers lost, he would name his next-born child after Isaiah Thomas.
And apparently the only reason that his wife agrees is because she wanted a biblical name, so Isaiah worked for her. So a nice compromise there. Markieff Morris on the inside. Kansas by 6.
That's a very, very difficult two-man post operation to play against with Morris and Aldridge in there.
Justin Turner, son of the former NBA player by the same name, now an assistant with the Houston Rockets. Number 31, that's him with the ball on the perimeter for Washington. Overton, nice pass inside. Brockman, waved it off. Basket interference against Washington.
But Brockman again got open inside. He does a great job of moving in front of the middleman. And when the ball is reversed, you have got to play in the 2-3 zone. The bottom man in that 2-3 zone has got to move with the ball and be on the ball side of the basket to front that big kid coming across for the ball.
Taylor and Thomas nose to nose right now. Collins has played much of the first half with 2 fouls. Nice screen by Aldridge. Taylor driving. Floats it up and in. Nice.
Well, that was a great touch on that shot, going to his left and getting turned so he could use his right hand.
Well, Coach, we can see Kansas is young, but we can also see they're very talented. The 3 not there for Overton. Another offensive rebound. Gant leaves it short. Brockman has it. Washington is demolishing Kansas on the offensive glass. The only reason they're close.
They've missed Brockman twice in a row inside now.
Turner, no. Gant, blocked by Aldridge. Thomas, no. Another offensive rebound. Brockman, no. And finally, Aldridge rips it down for the Jayhawks. Collins to Taylor for the lay-in. No!
That was a layout.
A lay-in that became a layout. Frantic action up and down here on the court in Kansas